We got Michelle and Melissa McQueen here. Who else? We got Sonic, Tammy Lance, Sarah Joy, Kelly H. Boyd, Madison, Budget Girl, Jeff Ha, Mr. Coldwater Canyon, Amber E., Alex Duncan, Roxanne Betke, Pickled Grammar. No, you gotta read the. You have to read the title again. Pickled Grammar. Short Stack. J. Marie, John Trimpey, Alfonso, Miriam Smith, When's Trends, hello. MP, Linda Belk is helping mod, thank you. Kathy Calm, Marcy Dodson. Jeff, I usually eat at the airport. No, I gotta pack up my stuff after this. I found Waldo is here. Pat's fan. Yeah, I'm liking the weather here. It's like 80 out right now. It was like over 90 today. Donna is here. Well, I have to arrange this. Hold on. Oops. Let's do this. K2TJH is here. Donna Sackman is here. Hopefully you can hear me over the AC. Let's see if people can hear me.
Hopefully you can hear me over the
I can hear myself, so. Pippi Long. J. Marie Edward Kim. That handsome tomato. Sherilyn Carsonson, thank you. She's going to the Lurker Lounge. Lynn Downey. I found Waldo, don't even mention it. The mods will take care of it. Not worth mentioning. Edward Kim, Arizona Jumper. Hope you're feeling well. Legendary Johnny. Chip Hazard. Alfonso Medina. Jody Ross. Yeah, after this, I gotta pack up my suitcase. What do I mean with the title? Exactly what the title says. Bridget is here. Special appearance by Bridget. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Special guest, Bridget. See Michelle Sparks, Nicole, Gigi, April Coco. Oh, hi, bacon. Yeah, I'll bring my shirts this time. Why am I not watching the fight? Because I think it's a circus. It's it's not good quality of boxing, and I think it's a mockery of the sport of boxing just to make money, so I'm not watching any of it. Kay Lear is here. Bridget says, "We are great. How is everyone?" I'm well. Good to hear from you, Bridget. Kitten Duo is here. Alessandra is here. That's it. That person's gone. Robert Carley is here. Melissa McQueen is here. Oh, I would be surprised if Mayweather and Logan Paul haven't agreed, at least in some sense, on how the fight's going to go. I would be pretty surprised about that. Lee Field says, it's not a real fight, it's only for entertainment. It's only for making money, is what I'd say. I found Waldo. You should message Jay-Z about your grocery shopping. Barton Filer is here. Carlos Rosa Realtor is here. Mr. Showtime is watching the fight too. Yeah, feel free to post updates. I'm going to be checking the news once in a while, but you can post an update if you'd like. Oh, Lee Field, I haven't even done anything yet, but thank you so much, Lee Field. That's very kind of you. Lee Field, thank you. Thanks for the sticker. Louise is here. Maya Orozco is here. Yeah, I mean, it's been great visiting my family, but you know, got to go back and focus on the work a little bit more. But it's been great being here. Tony Del Monte is here recording some more songs. Very hot, I heard, in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. Nicholas Guerrero is here. Bella Brava is here. Shane from Australia is here. Uh-oh. Sarah Johnson says, I'm going to go now. I don't know what's going to go on with her. Oh, K2GJH. That's very kind of you. Coffee and Cliff Bars. Probably Cliff Bars because I don't drink coffee. That's very kind of you. K2TJH. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Alex Duncan, it just really worked out that there was nothing really to cover on Agenda Free TV while I was home, and I got to maximize the time spent with my family. Spent a lot of time with family today. I'll tell you about that soon. Pete Mercy is here. Barry Weil is here from Nova Scotia. Jeff P. is here. I think Jeff P. is in Grand Forks, North Dakota, I think. Oh, Tony, thank you, Tony. Tony says the heat advisory has been extended to Thursday in Minneapolis. I think it's the Northeast and Minneapolis area. Northeast states, some of the Northeast states in Minneapolis area. Thank you, Tony. That's very kind of you. Stay cool. Oh, Carlos Rosa Realtor. Carlos fell asleep with us on last night. Hey, Carlos, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. If I can help people fall asleep, that's fine. Clark Smith says, I just left Orlando yesterday. The weather was fantastic. I don't know if we'll do a news roundup. We'll have to see what the news stories are. Maybe. Sean liked part 2 of the Jay-Z stream. Kay Lear is here. Mohawk News Station is here. C. Michelle Sparks is here. India Clark is here. She's hanging out with her 10-month-old baby. Congratulations. Linda is less stressed without news. Polly, you're not going to sneak that by the mods. Sharon Heberling is here. Sharon, I hope you are feeling well. Sharon Bridget stopped in before. Sarah Joy, I think Polly was joking. Polly was joking. But I can understand the joke not being understood as a joke. Grandma Ducky is here. I'm sure some news will happen while I'm on the plane tomorrow. But what can you do? What can you do? As I said last night, I've actually been kind of. I've had this feeling like that we were going to get lucky and the news was going to hold off till I get back. It was going to hold off while I was with my family. Thank you, Lee Field. Polly says, tough room. What can I say, Polly? Thank you, Bridget. It was a very subtle joke, Polly. I think what happens, Polly, is you post that and people don't see that you're posting it. They just see the message. I don't think I have many packages, Edward, deleting. Angie Gelhaug is there. Hey, Angie. Do I leave a few shirts and ties here in Boston? No, because I can always bring, if I come back, I'll bring them back with me. Carlos is in Weston, Florida. Hey, thanks, Daniel Terrell, for your well wishes. So, this evening we hung out with my brother, my older brother, and his kids, 2 of his kids. So that was nice. They came over tonight. I normally don't have pizza, but that was kind of what people wanted to get, so I was fine having it. One of my rare pizza eating. Was delightful, of course. We had some Bertucci's, and we kind of just hung out. I got to see my brother and one of my nephews, and my nephew and one of my nieces. So we just hung out with my mom a bunch today. So, you know, got to do a lot of family stuff today. RT Firefly is here. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream with Jay-Z. Molly is here. Jean is here. Yeah, so I would have covered, I would have gone on Agenda Free TV today if there was big news, but there wasn't. But, you know, fortunately I got to hang out with my family. Chip, I think I said you. Sean B. Art is here. Bridget says Gulf seems to be ramping up. Well, I'm sure we'll unfortunately have to cover some tropical weather. Sonic says I had to look for pictures of Bertucci's pizza. It was pretty good. It was not like super amazing, but it was pretty good. Christopher Slovic is here. He says, great to hear you've been spending time with family. I learned that's valuable as right now I'm in Thailand and can't get back. Oh, due to the pandemic. I'm sorry, I assume. I took that for granted. Yeah, it's been great to catch up with everybody. After a year and a half, I got to come back in April and also this past week and a half. I don't think we'll have any agenda-free TV streams this whole trip back. Bridget is nervous for the hurricane season. Bella Brava says her whole family's in Brazil. I don't know. I'd kind of like to get back to Boston sometime during the summer. I have to see how things work out. I have to see, am I going to be looking to move into other cities or not? So there's just a lot up in the air right now. I just don't know. I just need to get back there and take care of some things back there in Orlando. But this was good. I got to catch up with, yeah, the AC is going. You're hearing the AC. You need it tonight. It's very warm out. Thanks again, Linda Belk and Sarah Joy, who are moderating right now. Thank you. Yeah, I can say I am all caught up. Bridget, I don't like the weather in Boston. Bridget, if the weather in Boston was like it is today, I'd moved here. But it's not like that. It's here for like 3 months. It's like this for like 3 months a year, and that's it. Jack is here. Yeah, Jack, my lease is up in November, so we'll see. We'll see if I go to another city or stay. Hazel 007 is here. Ibby Dibby is here. Zipper is here. Has the Logan Paul fight started yet? No one's talking about it. I assume that means it hasn't started yet. Aries says yes. Denise says minutes away. So you guys can let us know what happens. I am not making any effort to watch it. Phil's Mod Squad is here. I can't move to the West Coast, Daniel. It's too much of a time change. It wouldn't work with my schedule and trying to cover news. It's hard enough for me to get up in the morning as it is. Those hours would not work. And my flight's in the afternoon. So RV Cruising is here. So my flights keep getting delayed though. So I'm not anticipating getting back till tomorrow night. Denise is listening to commentary. When I started up YouTube tonight, I saw that there was some channel that was just doing commentary on the fight. They weren't showing the fight. Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. I usually don't feel anxious when I travel. That's just the way I am. But sometimes my stomach doesn't feel good when I travel, but it's not because I'm anxious. I think it's because it's just my routine gets broken up. Hopefully not tomorrow. Asymptomatic is here. Nan in Space is here from hot and humid Montreal. Thank you for stopping by, Nan in Space. Laverne Thompson is here. Flight's probably like a little under 3 hours. Tegan is here. Bridget had 3 rows to herself on a flight to Key West. Well, my flights have been full. Peaks and Pokes are here. Is here. Peaks and Pokes is here. Betsy's Barn is here. I got to get my doctor's appointment out of the way too. That's on Wednesday. Chris, there aren't any restrictions on flying. You have to wear a mask. That's basically it to fly within the USA. Yeah, Laverne, no, it's been great catching up with my family. It's been awesome. It's just time to, it's time to go back and get focused on what I need to do there. I'm sure it'll be busier news-wise in the coming weeks than it has this week. So, I got to hang out with my family, which was cool. Oh, thanks, Lee Field. Thank you, Lee. That's very nice of you. Lee Field. Thank you, Lee. Am I nervous about my doctor's appointment? No. It's the usual. Hopefully they don't find anything bad. Edward, I had pepperoni pizza. Chris, I can't speak for everywhere in the U.S., but I know that in the Massachusetts there were some clinics that were literally giving people vaccines without even presenting ID. So it's possible that you can get doses if you can come back. I can't. You'll have to check it out though. But there are some places that are giving out doses without even getting an ID. They just want people to get it. Thank you all for joining us tonight, as it's the last night before I go back to Orlando. Sharon's granddaughter got her second COVID shot today. One niece and one nephew got their shot a few days ago, and they were both kind of feeling a little sick after, but I believe they're feeling somewhat better now. Just like the day or two side effects, but they're very psyched that they got it. My nephew was talking about how he has not been able to go over his friends' houses or have his friends over for a year and a half. That's my nephew. He's around like 12 or 13 years old. So he is very excited he's just got to wait like 11 more days and then he can do it again. I mean, that sucks. He hasn't been able to play in person with his friends. Shara Manoski is here. Hello, Shara. Rid Comics is not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that, Rid Comics. I hope you feel better. Let's wish Rid Comics well. I'm sorry, whatever you have, I'm sorry. Edward had Olive Garden from yesterday for dinner. Very nice. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Bridget. Great seeing you, Bridget. Hope we see you again soon. Bridget stopped by. Kenny's going to watch the fight. Well, people will tell us what's happening. Lizzie is here moderating too. Thank you, Lizzie, for moderating. Yes, I remember you telling us about your friend. I'm sorry about that, Amy. Amy Williams. Sonic, I think the actual the fight itself is supposed to start momentarily, but I don't know. Helena Petrovich is here. Amber E is here. Yeah, Mark is. I talked to Mark. I messaged with Mark. He'll be back soon. He has to. He has a bunch of stuff he needs to deal with. Mark's mom passed away about a week ago, very sadly. Mark Helton's mom. So he is dealing with like family stuff, that kind of thing. So he'll be back. Chattanooga, Betsy's barn. I don't. I just with Chattanooga, I don't know. I don't know the real benefit I would get from moving there from Orlando. I mean, it'll be colder, which isn't good. I don't know that it would really be significant any difference in price. There's got to be a compelling reason to go there, and leave Orlando. I don't know that there's a compelling reason to do that. Let me do a quick news check here. Quick news check. I guess the fight's supposed to start. Some people are talking about that. Okay. Gonna have to hide somebody. There we go. I got it. I got it. Carlos says the fight is about to start. I was on the treadmill today and I was watching the Atlanta Hawks game. They barely won. They almost blew it at the end. Then I was sad that the Dallas Mavericks lost. I don't know if people watched NBA today. Then it was so nice out, I just took a little short walk around my neighborhood. Some streets right near here that I haven't walked to in like years. So I just walked there. There's like it's been so long, some of these streets, there's like new houses there. Madison wanted Dallas to win. No, Polly, I'm not rooting for them. Oh, Rid Comics. Thank you, Rid Comics. Rid Comics says, wishing Mark well. I know it's tough to lose someone. Wishing you all the best, mate. Hopefully he will check that out after. He very well might be watching the streams. He is not here modding just because he's, doing that stuff. So thank you, Rid Comics, for that and for sending that to Mark. Yeah, it was sad. He came in here like last week briefly and just mentioned what had happened. Kristen F says Oklahoma softball postponed. That's what I was wanting to watch today. The women's college softball is actually, it can be exciting to watch. I've been watching a little bit of that. Lee Field says the fight is all about the entertainment and the money. Again, Red Comics, hope you feel better. Sebi is here. Hello, Sebi. My niece was telling me about how there's this thing called smoothie bowls. It's like you make a smoothie, but it's extra thick, and you put it in a bowl, and people like take pictures of their smoothie bowls and post them on Instagram. They're very artistic. She's made some smoothie bowls. So I hadn't heard about this. She told me about it. She says some restaurants have smoothie bowls. Was the first I'd ever heard of this. I don't know if you guys have had smoothie bowls. Smoothie bowl. I mean, you Google it. What is a smoothie bowl and why? Fit Foodie finds. What is a smoothie bowl? Fit Foodie finds says it's a smoothie eaten from a bowl instead of consumed from a cup. The biggest difference is that smoothie bowls have toppings such as granola, seeds, and dried fruit, whereas normal smoothies don't. Okay. So, don't know if you guys have had that. I don't know what an acai bowl is, Melissa. Kristen F says, there's a place in Orlando my mom likes that does smoothie bowls. I think it's called Futa. Amal, good to see you, Amal Joshi. Amal says smoothie bowls are delicious and really easy to make. Madison says they have a store that serves them called Playa Bowls, pricey but okay. Sharon Solomon, hello. Yeah, it's been really fun catching up with my family, but it'll also be good to kind of, get back to Orlando and get into the regular swing of things. Marfix is watching from Kerala, India. How about that? I assume the fight hasn't started yet because none of the viewers who are watching the fight have posted that it has started yet. Invisible artwork? I haven't heard about that, John Gidry. Oh, Sarah Joy says the C is pronounced as an S in Asai. Asai, I see. I see. The actual flight time, I wonder if I have, well, how long the flight is supposed to take. It's supposed to take, they have it at 3 hours and 24 minutes. Like, even if it's not delayed, I'm not going to get there till the evening. So, hopefully I just get there before the grocery store is closed. That's the key. There's a grocery right near me that closes at 10, and then there's one a little further away that closes at 11. So I'd like to get there. It'd be great if I got there early enough to go to the grocery near me. Otherwise, I have to drive to the other one. That's what I had to do last time. But that would be the best. Then I can get my groceries and then just have be stocked up and ready to go, you know? Because I won't have any groceries. Manzanita says it's acai. It's called acai. Acai bowl. Amal says all big grocery stores still close at 9 p.m. near me. I hate that. It's really dumb. It just, there should be, I want Walmarts to go back to 24 hours. It's really annoying me. It would be so good if I could just drive. There's Walmart somewhat near me, like 50 minutes away. If I could just drive to a Walmart at 2 in the morning and stock up on my groceries, that would be perfect. It would take less. It would take so much stress out of my life. What is my iPad dictionary say?
Acai.
Acai. The small edible blackish purple berries of a South American palm tree. Okay. Logan Paul fight is about to start, I guess. I guess he's in the ring, from what I'm hearing. From what I'm hearing, are they not doing the whole, like, comedies and interviews thing they did for the Jake Paul fight? They had like a whole production. Yeah, it looks like that's about to start. I'm sure we'll have viewers keeping it up, keeping us up to date. Red Comics says we have Metro Mart, stays open 24 hours, but not since the virus. They close at 8 now. I wanted to Google and see, is there any news about Walmart's going back to 24 hours? I mean, what's the deal with that? This is an article in Insider. It just came out. It's from May 16th. It says Walmart, 7-Eleven, and McDonald's shortened hours during the COVID pandemic, and 24-hour shopping might be slow to return. They say it's unlikely stores will return to 24/7 anytime soon. Workers are hesitant to take on the risk of nighttime schedules. People have changed their shopping habits during the pandemic, and the labor shortage is making staffing stores and restaurants extremely difficult. I bet that's a big deal, that they can't get people to work overnight. That's probably a big deal. There has been no indication that Walmart will further expand back to 24-hour operations, says Insider. Walmart did not respond to Insider's request for comment. While 24/7 shopping and dining is unlikely to return anytime soon, experts aren't convinced it's gone forever. In the short term, a lack of workers will make it difficult for business to expand hours, Kalinowski told Insider, but if there's consumer demand, operators will figure out how to make that happen. While Kalinowski thinks extended hours will make a substantial return. Experts are unsure when to expect these changes. Kalinowski is who? Who is this person? Of Kalinowski Equity Research. Okay. That's not very promising. Bradley says North Carolina Walmart's open 24 hours. Really? Kitten Duo, thank you. Amal says, I will do the laboring for my groceries if it means stores will remain open until 11 p.m. Tammy says, we shop at a store called Winco. They have gone back to 24 hours. I mean, it's just not everyone has the same hours. It's good to have some options. Daniel says, I think part of the problem is getting people to work. William Foe, I'm not aware that Orange County, Florida Walmarts are open 24 hours. I haven't heard that. I have not heard that. I'm looking online. It all says 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. I'm looking at the Walmart site right now. I just looked up one Orlando one. One in Orlando, 11 p.m. every day. 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's on the Walmart site. I don't know what Winco is. Winco is a supermarket. Huh. Based in Boise, Idaho. Tessa is here. Rid Comics says they're having issues getting people to come back to work. Sarah Joy said she had a phone stolen there, so she refused to go back. All right, so this is my final night in Boston before returning to Florida, to Orlando. We are doing a live stream, and some people are keeping an eye on the fight. Sonic says Winco is employee-owned, huge warehouse style. I've never been to a Winco. Excuse me. Winco Foods. I'm trying to look up a Winco Market review. I found one for a Winco. It's in Ontario. I'm going to Yelp to look up Winco. I can't find a particular one. It's too annoying to try to find a particular one. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Not going to worry about it. Oh, what if I say Winco Boise? Maybe there's one there. Yeah, there's a bunch in Boise. They are open 24 hours. It's crazy. If I were in Boise, I could shop for groceries 24 hours. I'm looking at some Google pictures of a Winco. I'm infuriated. So Boise has later hours than I do in Orlando or in Boston. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I looked into moving to Boise at some point. It's one of the cities I was considering, but I believe they didn't have the internet I would need. Yes, that is an AC window unit. There's an air conditioner there. Laverne, I don't think my hair is terrible. It's fine. It's adequate. It's adequate. At least it's not bad. Kimberly Barr is here. See, Michelle Sparks would ride the golf cart to Walmart at 2 a.m. John Trimpey says Hy-Vee is open at 24 hours in Illinois. Why can't Walmart near me be open 24 hours? Jeff says it gets too cold in Boise. April says the fighters just entered the ring. All right. Guys, get ready for our viewers to give us updates. Edward has his AC on. Hang on 1 second here. I just retweeted this from Associated Press. 2 express trains collided in southern Pakistan and at least 25 passengers were killed. How terrible. 1 train derailed and another train hit it soon afterward. Well, that's not good. I just retweeted this, an article from Associated Press. I just retweeted it. They also say train accidents are common in Pakistan, where successive governments have paid little attention to improving the poorly maintained signal system and aging tracks. Well, that's sad. Thoughts with people in Pakistan. Red Comics, thank you for joining us here tonight. Feel better. All right, so we're here. It's live. As I mentioned, I spent a lot of family time today since there was no news that I wanted to cover on Agenda Free TV. Hung out with my mom a bunch. Saw my brother and my niece and nephew came over here. We had lovely dinner here. We hung out. So good family time. Hung out with the dog. Mississippi Girl is here. I believe my mom is asleep. If not, she's going to sleep. If not, she's going to sleep soon. Chris Colombo is watching. I mean, I think probably my mom prefers to have all of her children in her hometown, but I think she's okay. Yeah, I'm guessing I'll come back at some point in the summer. I can't really plan that right now. So, but no Agenda Free TV streams. We didn't have any. There was no news that I felt warranted covering on Agenda Free TV the entire time I was here. I think it's been over 2 weeks since our last stream on Agenda Free TV. What can I do? I don't make the news, guys. I just report it. I just report it. Chila's World is here. Hello, Chila's World. I did get to run on the treadmill a fair number of days. Like sometimes I come home and it's so busy, like I don't even get to run. Then I feel like disgusting when I go back. At least I was able to do that. I was able to do a good number of treadmill sessions. Excuse me. Amal says hurricane and wildfire season is approaching. Hopefully we don't cover many hurricanes and fires. What's happening with the fight? Anything? Anyone? Chila's World says, how are you, host? I am well. I hope the next thing from Chila's World isn't, can you tell people to subscribe to my channel? Polly says they're just about to ring the bell in the fight. Tammy says, it's so dry in the West, it is sad there may be a lot of fires. Yeah, Sonic says double check for streaming accessories next time you left the phone stand. Well, I've kind of made it, Sonic, so that pretty much what I need is now here. So I left the phone holder here last time, but then I just bought another one to have with me in Orlando. So I don't need to bring the phone holder back. I just need to bring my shirts back. Misdemeanors thinks the fight's rigged. After this, I just need to kind of go up. What I need to do is I empty my suitcase and just pack it from scratch. Probably takes like 10 minutes. Tony, thank you. Tony says, I followed 2 stories. Also read what Kimmel said about Florida. I didn't hear that, Tony. Tony, you can message me on Twitter about with news tips, as you've done before. Tony, thank you so much. That's from Tony Del Monte. It's very kind of you, Tony. Thank you. Jimmy Kimmel called Florida America's North Korea, says Fox News. I'm not really familiar. He called Florida America's North Korea. I would have to read more about it. I'm not familiar with the whole thing. I'm not familiar with it. Helena says Logan's going to exhaust himself. Denise says Logan is going nuts. What is he doing? What is Logan doing? Remember, most of us are not watching the fight. Rocket Bunny is here. Denise says, using lots of energy first round. Oh, Lynn Downey is here. I'm sorry you weren't feeling well today, Lynn. I'm sorry today was not a great day for you. I'm glad you were able to make the stream, Lynn Downey. Mr. Showtime says, Floyd blocking everything. As I said before, I am not watching the fight. I would be really surprised if they had not worked out some sort of script for the fight between them. I would be shocked. Oh, thank you, Lynn Downey. Thanks so much, Lynn. I appreciate it. I find the whole thing super icky. The site Dexerto said round one is over and Logan Paul ends the round with a flurry of punches that Mayweather looked less than bothered about. People in the crowd laughing, a bit like when you've got chips and a seagull attacks you. That's what Dexerto said. Polly says if you've seen Mayweather at all, he did what he does, covers and lets them wear themselves out. Well, I'll let you know what I hear. We have viewers letting us know as well. Brendan Bruman, that's not breaking news. I'm removing your comment. Oops. I didn't want to report that. I wanted to. Oh, I think I just removed it. I did remove it. Okay. Yeah, Sonic. I was drinking from a glass before, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna. Why don't I just keep drinking from the glass? The problem is, it just stuck to the. I just lost the coaster because it stuck to the bottom of the glass. Where did the coaster go? Had to get up and go get the coaster. Normally, I don't drink from a glass. April says Mayweather is just blocking and dancing around. The McLaren family is here. Hello. Mr. Showtime thinks Logan Paul is fired. He can't fight. I like your guys' commentary about the fight. Gone with the Gale is here. Shara Monowski is here. Very nice. Yeah, I like hearing what you guys have to say about the fight. Yeah, I like keep us informed. Lynn is on the porch. Oh, is it round 3? McLaren family says it's 4 a.m. there. Let's see if Dexerto said. Did Dexerto post another update? Let's see if they have a round 2 summary. Summary of round 2. A lot of breathing from Logan Paul. That's what Dexerto says. Keemstar says Mayweather is playing with Logan. Jay-Z is here. See, Jay-Z, like me, thinks that they've arranged some kind of script for the fight. I just can't imagine that they wouldn't. And then they have the whole thing where, like, there's no judges. There's going to be no winner declared by judges if there's not a knockout, you know? So, you know. Laverne thinks the round's been going by pretty fast. Jay-Z, Laverne is a big fan of yours. Did they start the third round yet? See what our viewers have to say. Mr. Showtime said the third round started. Judy Socket is here. I will say this from our viewers. Oh, Denise says Floyd is landing punches. From the viewers in the online commentary, it hasn't seemed like it's that exciting so far. Jay-Z is working in the morning. The outcome that makes the most sense is neither of them wins and neither of them loses. The outcome that makes the most sense is neither of them loses. Because Mayweather, I mean, even obviously, they're not going to have a decision, obviously, because they agreed to have no judges. But Mayweather has a perfect record, right? So he doesn't want to lose. And then Logan Paul wants to keep having these fights that give him tens of millions of dollars. So that's the logical outcome that they would have agreed on, is to like dance around the ring for eight rounds or whatever it is, and then no one loses. April says round 3 is over. Floyd is playing with him. Paul is exhausting himself. Fahrenheit 451 is here. Oh, Laverne says Jay-Z thanked me. Jeff says, why are they fighting on a Sunday night? That's a good question. I'm sure there's some kind of research about when pay-per-view does better. Dexerto, the site says, round 3 summary, a lot of hugging. Mayweather tags him. Logan looks tired, incredibly tired. Jake Paul saying his brother is winning on rounds even though there's no judges. Sports Center posted a picture of Mayweather smiling during the fight. Is it an 8-round fight? Is that what it is? Is it 8 rounds? Can anyone tell me that? Jay-Z says the whole thing is a complete money grab, and frankly, I don't have a problem with that. Well, my problem is I think it just weakens boxing. It just like sullies boxing. Kind of makes a joke out of the whole thing. Sonic, I think Aries Pjork, I think your comments are probably more meant for the chat room of the fight itself. Jay-Z says boxing has been sullied for a long time, I'm afraid. Oh, I thank you, Tony Del Monte. Tony Del Monte, thank you. Tony says, as far as wrestling goes, I recommend New Japan. I don't know what New Japan is, Tony. Is that like a wrestling federation? New Japan Wrestling. I'm looking it up. New Japan Pro Wrestling is a Japanese professional wrestling organization based in Tokyo. Huh. I never heard of it before. That's Tony's recommendation. Thank you, Tony Del Monte. Fahrenheit 451 says New Japan is great. They're nuts. What's going on in the fight? Can someone watching the fight tell us what's going on? I'm waiting for an update from you guys. Let's see. Paulie thinks Logan Paul's going to go down on round 5. Carlos says Logan Paul is tired. Maybe they'll script some weird thing where, like, at the end of the fight, Floyd Mayweather will have turned around and then Logan Paul will hit him from behind and Floyd Mayweather will, like, trip and fall, and then Logan Paul will be able to say, I knocked him down. So they'll be able to, like, have a sequel fight. No, the water's like room temperature. April thinks Logan looks like he's about to collapse from exhaustion. Hey, Master John Vlog. Thank you for watching, Master John. Dexerto says, round 4 summary. Firstly, this quote is he punching him in the butt. No shot to the butt. And other than that, basically Floyd started to bully Logan. That's what Dexerto says. It is an 8-round fight, correct? 8 rounds? 8 rounds, guys? I assume there's a referee. Yeah, there's no judges. So at the end, assuming neither of them gets knocked out, which I think is the most likely thing they would have agreed on, that'll be it. Linda says, why 8 rounds? Normal fights are longer, Linda, but my thought is that my thought is that they just do it because it's, Logan Paul is not a real boxer, I would say. Certainly not, doesn't have the qualifications of the normal professional boxers. Paulie says 8 rounds are weird for Mayweather, because round 8 is when he starts swinging. Carlos says, yes, 8 rounds. Jay-Z said, just tweeted you reaction of Paul. I see. From Bleacher Report, of him looking tired. SportsCenter posted a video of Floyd Mayweather hitting Paul in the face. So it's round 5. Is it round 5 coming up, or are they in round 5 now? Sebi says, does a real fight between a former professional boxer and an amateur boxer make sense at all? Probably not. Carlos says round 5 is over. Round 5 is over. Huh. Mr. Showtime says round 5, 1 minute. How long are the rounds? Aren't they supposed to be 3 minutes? Lynn, I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, Dexerto says that Logan Paul is getting battered. Keemstar says Logan Paul is out of gas. Mayweather may drop him in the 6th round. Def Noodles posted a video of Logan Paul hitting Mayweather a couple times, and then Mayweather hitting Logan Paul in the face. Paulie says, I'm with Keemstar. Mr. Showtime says, Logan getting destroyed. No, I just read Keemstar's tweet. Denise says, Logan is taking a beating. Huge respect to him for trying. Aries says, rigged. Gone with the Gale had an injury today. I hope your injury feels better to your foot. Gone with the Gale. Sorry to hear that. A seed for your thought is here. Short Stack says Mayweather is landing more punches. I kind of like hearing the updates from the viewers in text. It sort of takes me back to like the early days of the internet, when you could follow a sporting event. There'd be like some journalists there, but they would just periodically post a text update. That's kind of what I'm getting now. Once in a while, somebody posts a text update in our chat about what's happening. I remember following like an Olympic basketball game like years ago, like that, where they had a site online, but it was just no video or pictures, just journalists posting little updates. Jay-Z says the updates have saved us the money of paying the ridiculous amount for the pay-per-view. Any other updates from our viewers? Viewers? Any updates? What's happening? Don't leave us hanging. Denise says Logan is smiling at Floyd. As I said before, the most likely scenario to me is that they agreed on a script by which neither of them gets knocked out. And neither of them looks like a loser. That is the most obvious thing to happen that they would agree on. Pan is here from the Netherlands. Hello. Polly's starting to think they're going to go the distance. Jay-Z says clearly scripted. Excuse me. See, because Logan Paul wouldn't want to go down and get knocked out, because that would be, he'd lose lots of money for future fights. And then Floyd Mayweather obviously doesn't want to get knocked down and go down. And what Floyd Mayweather will say at the end, he'll just say, oh, I was taking it easy on him, right? So the point for neither of them wants to have their reputation suffer, their long-term reputation. So they will work out how to do the fight so that their long-term reputations don't take a beating. If either of them thought there was a significant chance that their long-term reputation could take a beating, I don't think they would take the fight. That's also why I think when Jake Paul has these fights, it's agreed that he will win, because I don't think he'd take the fight otherwise. Haley N is here. Any updates about the fight? Viewers? Viewers? I guess it's going into the 7th round. What did Keemstar just say? Keemstar just said something on his Twitter.
Trying to land this uppercut. Logan has this all planned.
Why isn't Keemstar there?
Come forward, and he's going to try to land an uppercut on Floyd. It's his only chance. Logan's trying to get this uppercut on Floyd. And Logan is...
Paulie says round 7, Logan Paul is tapping him in the side. Choosy Heretic says they shouldn't call it a fight, they should call it a punching competition. Denise says there is a ref. Darren says none of us will ever know what's up with the fight, only those involved with the fight know. Again, I do think they very well might have scripted some kind of crazy thing to happen at the end. Denise says 50 seconds on the 7th. I don't even know how long are the rounds. 3. Can somebody tell me how long the rounds have been? Polly, you're watching. How long are the rounds? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Polly says, I can't emphasize enough how Mayweather is doing what he always does. Polly says they are 3-minute rounds. And so there's only this one and the next one. That's it. Dexerto says Logan and Mayweather are S-talking after Mayweather practically chokes him out on the ropes. Sulo Chana Mohanty is here. Hello. Polly says Mayweather is turning on the offense. Is the 7th round done? 7th round over? Can someone tell me? Polly says round 7 over. So as I understand it, the last round of the fight is coming up. Yes, the last round of the fight is coming up. 3 minutes. So if there's going to be some kind of crazy thing they agreed on, it would have to happen now. Carlos says the 8th round just started. Carlos says last round. Thank you, viewers, for the updates. I like hearing the viewer updates. I'm checking for... Dexerto says, round 7 summary, pace slowed down, bit of choking, bit of S-talk, and we're going to the final round. Mayweather has to knock him out or it's a draw. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. Because Mayweather can just say, I felt bad for him, I took it easy on him, and then, you know, he'll feel like his reputation won't suffer. Like, Mayweather's whole thing will be like, look, I felt like I couldn't hurt the guy. See, Michelle Sparks says, this is like gathering around the radio in the olden days. This is really old. This is like gathering around the radio to get out an update about a fight, to get an update about a sporting event when no one reporting on it is actually at the event. Like it's all of this like secondhand stuff. Short Stack says Paul is hugging Mayweather a lot. Carlos says 50 seconds left. I love this commentary. Keep up the commentary, guys. Let us know what's going on. Denise says Logan's nose is bleeding. Amal says I'm not paying for a made-up fight. Any other updates, viewers? What do we got? What do we got, viewers? Melissa says they're hugging. What do we got? What do we got, viewers? It's over. The fight is over. Did nothing crazy happen? Carlos says the fight is over. So that was it. Fibonacci Blue is here. Hello. So the fight is over. Carlos says nothing crazy happened. Thank you, Carlos. Jeff House says, yeah, Carlos said it was boring. Sarah Joy says lame. It was 8 rounds. Edward says, who won? No one will be declared the winner. They have no judges. Amal says it wasn't worth paying for. Atheist Mark just got timed out by me. Ibby Dibby says money grab. Mr. Showtime says the buyers lose. Aries thinks Mayweather won, but no judges. No judges. Let's see here. Intel Doge, who thinks it was really, really bad.
Logan is too big. Mayweather can't knock him out. It's impossible. All right, Logan's just too big. Mayweather is too good. You know, there's
Boy. Dexerto says, great fight. Logan Paul defied the odds and avoided getting KO'd by the greatest boxer of all time. I don't know. I have a funny feeling they talked about this. Dexerto lists some stats from the fight, and it says like Mayweather roughly landed on half of it, like 45% of his punches, whereas Logan Paul roughly landed on like 15% of his punches. They're also saying that like Mayweather landed more punches than Logan Paul did. Sonic was thinking about soup for 30 minutes. Short Stack says, glad to see Mayweather back in the ring, but not like this. April Coco says, at the end, Logan was pretending to punch like Popeye. So dumb. I don't even remember what that is. Polly says, a Tyson fight, it was not. Texas Legends fan Brian says, fight's over and it sucked. Helena says, only 8 rounds and no judges. How is it legit then? Guess not. James W. said, I watched a bit of the fight. Mayweather definitely got hit with some hard shots. Oh, April says like when you make circles with your fist before punching. Research account says what a fight. Wow. So that was it. So that was it. It doesn't sound like it was that exciting from what people are saying. Cherry Cola is here. Oh, hey, a quick thanks to Denise Horton. Denise said, love the match being included tonight. Huge thank you. Thank you, Denise Horton. Hey, a big thank you to our viewers who have been updating us, like Carlos and who else? Paulie and who else? I think maybe Denise Horton, I forget. No, Denise, I don't think it was Denise. I can't remember. Who else was updating us? Some of you will say, Merkrow is here. We had a few other viewers updating us as well. Thank you, Denise Horton. Research account says Floyd is on the mic saying he had fun and Logan Paul is a good fighter. Zipper says not a good look for Mayweather. The Twins gain from this, if anything. Yeah, I don't think it is a good look for Mayweather. I just think it was probably he probably made tens of millions of dollars with very little effort. Probably tens of millions of dollars for Mayweather. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lynn. Bradley Hyman says it was a waste of money. Amal Joshi says it was free money. Kimberly says, I think Logan got $14 million for losing. Cherry Cola says we watched it on pay-per-view and it was kind of weird. Hey, thanks, Jay-Z, for the well wishes. Madison says Mayweather gets up to $100 million. Ugh. Now I have to time out Saul Sunson. Where was the fight? Where was the fight? That's a good question. Can someone say where the fight was? Where was the fight? Can someone say? Miami. I heard it was raining there. They really had an outdoor fight in my. That seems like kind of risky to have an outdoor fight in terms of the weather. Not So Slim Jim is here. Amal says, I don't know why people would sponsor such a fake fight. Well, I don't like with like places like ESPN, like Sports Center, and and Bleacher Report, these serious sports media outlets. I think them covering the fight is really sad. I think it makes like ESPN look terrible. It's like ESPN covering professional wrestling. That's what it's like to me. ESPN was posting on their Twitter about it. I can tell you that. Sonic says this was on Sunday to prevent PPV conflict with a real boxing title fight. Zipper says stadium was not full unless COVID rules. I don't know what the rules are there. It's a good question. Cherry Cola says it was at the Hard Rock. Oh, sorry. April says, when is the next Turkish? When is the TikTokers YouTube boxing match with Austin McBroom and what's his face? When is the TikToker YouTuber? Can someone tell me that? Someone must know. Someone out there must know. Austin McBroom is fighting Bryce Hall. No one knows. Mr. Showtime says, I heard 2 weeks. I have to look up when TikTokers versus YouTubers is. Hang on, I also have to plug in the phone. TikToker versus YouTuber fight. TheTab.com says when is it? June 5th. Wait, June 5th? It already was June 5th. Did it already happen? Does anyone know? No. This is from Hitsy. Hitsy says, I don't know, June 12th. It's June 12th. It's going to be Saturday night. Saturday night is, so next Saturday night is another one of these silly boxing events with social media stars. TikToker versus YouTuber boxing matches Saturday night. Yes, Happy said June 12th. Maybe we'll be doing this again next Saturday. Happy said it was moved to June 12th. Right, me versus review with me versus review bra, exactly. Kasowitz thinks that boxing match was about as real as a WWE match. Amal says, I think we are part of the problem by talking about the fight. Well, I didn't buy it. And I've expressed what a joke I think the whole thing is. So I don't think we're part of the problem. I mean, it's a big cultural event, so I figured we'd talk about it. But I ain't buying it. All right, so after this stream, I'm going to be packing. I gotta go pack. Laverne says you seem extra tired to be concerned. Do I really see? Do I seem to be acting in a way that you're concerned about my health? Is that those of you who've watched me for however long, maybe maybe more than a year, do I really seem to be acting in a way that's concerning to you? I don't know, Laverne. No one seems to agree with you. Thank you, by the way, to Lizzie, Sarah, Joy, and Linda Belk for moderating. I appreciate it. Just Kicking It is here. Chris Lund is here. Chris is listening and doing taxes at the same time. Please don't let me mess up your taxes by distracting you. Wichitaj is here. Jeff says they were due on the 17th. Maybe Chris got an extension. Devin Banner is here. Why am I going back to Orlando? Because I live there. Edward, I literally just said I have to pack as soon as the stream ends. You said, are you all packed up? I literally just said I have to pack. Oh, Chris Lund says Texas taxes aren't due until June because of the storm. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll take like a Lyft to the airport, probably. Lyft or Uber, you know. By the way, when we ordered food tonight, we picked up some food because my brother came over with his family to eat. So we picked up some food. And the order was, when we got home, we realized the order was slightly messed up. Mostly it was okay. But it was so dumb. I always check the food when you pick it up. And for some reason, my mom and I just never did it this time. So we were like, that was stupid. You always take 5 seconds to check the food. This would have taken 5 seconds to figure out. Everything was fine. The food was good. But anyways. Flight is probably about 3 hours, Sue Baker. Sue Baker is here. Terry is here. One of the salads was supposed to be a large and it was a small, but it was fine. Sal Dada is here. It could have been much worse. Like they could have like totally messed up the pizza, which they did not. So it was just both of us were like, why didn't we just check? It's so fast to check. No, Bradley, I fly nonstop. Always check your food when you pick it up. Always check your food. Takes 5 seconds. Sue is cleaning some fish and cooking it for dinner in Hawaii. Yes, we got short saladed. I think what happened is I think they misheard the order. I don't think they messed up the order so much as they wrote down the wrong thing. Aries says, I never check my order. I take my chances. Okay. In a little bit, I'm gonna go up and pack. In a little bit, I gotta go up and pack. Oh, hang on a second here. Yeah, like Sports Center has this huge tweet about the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight. It just, to me, it like cheapens Sports Center to be spending so much effort covering this thing. So silly. Kagape is here and says, Heli. Edward, I will give Perry a pat for you. Thank you, Tracy Johnson. Rusty G, the Perry is named after a restaurant that was called Perry's. Thank you, Rusty G, for moderating as well. Thank you, Laverne. I bet, Terry, I bet some people at ESPN don't want to cover the Logan Paul fight because they think it's a joke, but some executives are like, it's so popular, we have to cover it. Sonic is pointing out there's a lot of other stuff there they could cover. It's almost packing time. Guys, it's almost packing time. It's getting close to packing time, guys. Getting very close. Packing time might be around midnight. It's getting very close. Can you believe it? There was no huge news the entire time I was back in Boston. It's incredible. Thanks, Melissa McQueen. Kelly Boyd is answering emails. Mona Lisa is here. I don't think I even remember how to cover news anymore. Thanks, John Gidry. Sean Biart liked the walking stream. We'll do more walks. We'll do more walks. Kimberly is here. And she got a new pup. Thanks, Carlos. And choosy heretics. Hey, Marcus Bell stopped by. Thank you, Denise Horton. Marcus Bell stopped by. Thank you, Tony Del Monte. The snake vid. I remember you sent me a story, Tony. Was this a couple weeks ago? I forget. Is this the thing I wrote you back about? Was it a Python thing, Tony, or am I forgetting? I can't remember. Thank you, Tony, by the way. You'll have to remind me. I can't remember. No, I haven't checked out the Icelandic volcano yet. I gotta check that out. But thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me know. For the other half of the sky is here. Thanks for watching. Maybe there'll just be no more news. Maybe that's it on news. Maybe news is just over. The news has ended, guys. Stephanie Fontenot is here. Stephanie, I'm going to be on a plane tomorrow, so I can't do live streams. Whew. Whew. Robin Banks is here. Idle One is here. We talked about Rattlesnake Roundup, I think, a couple streams ago. I think Linda Belk mentioned it. Kisei is here. A lot of different people stopped by tonight. Oh yeah, Amy Williams says the Ring of Fire Moon is June 10th. There's like an eclipse on June 10th. It's kind of hard for me to cover the eclipses. It's just I don't have like people can go online and watch like a great shot through a telescope. So me covering it, it'd be one thing if I had some kind of live feed to show like a good close up, but I don't have that. Maybe I'll do a Lookner stream for it. It's like 6:50 in the morning, I think, Saturday. Aries says 5 a.m. It's very early. I think Saturday morning is going to be like an almost total eclipse of the sun. Don't you have to? I think for a solar eclipse, I think you're supposed to be wearing some kind of special glasses if you're going to look at it. I believe. It's also, I can't see this, it's going to be to the east, so I won't be able to see it like out of my apartment. Sue Baker, good luck with dinner. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do. Yeah, it's kind of hard because I can't. I'll have to research it, but I can't be looking directly at it. Darren says you're right. April says you need to wear glasses. I remember looking at a solar eclipse, I think it was a few years ago, and I had to wear the glasses. Short Stack says last solar eclipse. Sorry, last solar eclipse saw through wedding mask. So saw through welding mask. Marcel is here. Marcel is just getting here at the end. In a few minutes, I gotta pack. I gotta pack my stuff up, guys. You know? Sonic says shouldn't even point your phone at it. That's a good point, Sonic. That's interesting. I'll have to look that up. Thanks, Linda Nielsen. I don't know, Kisei. I'm probably gonna have to be a short shower. Let me look this up. Can you point phone at solar eclipse? Space.com says use a filter to protect your screen. It's possible to damage your cell phone or tablet while photographing the sun, says Angela Speck, co-chair. Says at the university, she's a professor at the director of astronomy at University of Missouri. She said, this is a couple of years ago, I think. When is this? This is 2017. She said the extremely bright glowing ball could burn the pixels in the screen of your cell phone or tablet. How about that? If you want to protect your screen, put a solar viewing filter or 1/2 of a pair of solar viewing glasses in front of the phone camera. And protect your eyes while photographing the partial eclipse. It's possible that viewing the unfiltered sun on your cell phone or tablet screen could damage your eyes if you stare at the screen long enough. How about that? Really? Wow. Really? If you stare at the screen, it can damage your eyes? But a more serious threat is that amateur photographers will inadvertently look directly at the sun while trying to snap a photo. If you point your cell phone up toward the sun, the phone or tablet might not block the bright glowing orb. Thus, you could unintentionally look directly at the sun while trying to take a photograph, which could be harmful. Okay. Interesting. Thanks, Sonic. Why would looking at the computer at your phone screen? Why would looking at an eclipse on your phone screen damage your eyes? Did they explain that wrong? Like, did they mean like if you're looking at the eclipse at your screen, some of the light might come in? I don't know why that would be. I wouldn't think your eyes would get damaged by looking at the eclipse on your screen. Oh, thank you, Tony. Tony, that's very nice of you. Tony has 128 songs left to record, 285 done. You can see his songs at his Tony Del Monte YouTube channel. Amal says you can easily look up from the screen and see your son. Yeah, I think maybe that was a serious article. I think maybe what the point they were trying to make was something like so I get they did make the point that if you're photographing the eclipse if you're holding like the phone in front of your face, some of that light could get around your phone. But I'm wondering if they're saying something like if you're looking at your screen, maybe they're concerned that like if you're like near a window, the light could reflect off the screen or something like that. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me that, as I said, that you'd get damage from watching like a computer monitor. Yeah, see, Letter Artist says the screen of your phone reflects the rays. I'm wondering if that's the point they were trying to make. Right, I'm wondering if it was just a poorly written description of the point, which was something like if you're sitting there with a screen at a window and you're looking down at the screen, maybe some of that light reflects off the screen or something. I don't know. I think maybe they were saying something like that. Darren, yeah, there is a way to make the eclipse visible on a piece of paper where you like put a pinhole in something. I've done that before. C. Michelle Sparks says, full eclipse in 4th grade. We all stare straight at it. Stupid grown-ups. Let's see if I can find another article about that. That was space.com. Forbes in 2017 said, don't stare at the sun. They said, in 2017, they said iPhone cameras can take in sufficient light to do permanent damage to the sensor if you leave it pointed at the sun for more than a couple of seconds during the partial eclipse. So basically the advice is don't photograph the sun with your iPad or your iPhone or your phone in general. But I guess one thing you could do is you could put if you have eclipse glasses that are safe for watching the eclipse through, you could put that over your camera. Forbes says if you have eclipse glasses or sheets of material used to make the lenses, you can use them to cover the lens of your camera while you take your shot. Interesting. Amal thinks the space.com article is correct, just poorly written. Anyways. Emily says, how is it worse than looking at the sun any other day? I believe it is worse. Is looking at an eclipse worse than looking at the sun generally? The answer is yes. I forget the specific explanation why. Main News Online says, staring at a solar eclipse is far more damaging than looking at the sun. This is all a function of physics. The Is it because this article claims that your eyes dilate more, your pupils dilate more, because the sun is darker? Is that true? Time magazine says, hold on. I was trying to find a good explanation of it. Yeah, this is an article. There's an article on fizzlink.com that says it's worse than looking at the sun usually, the normal sun, because your pupil dilates because it's dark out. There, so that I can, and so your pupil dilates so it can let in more light. Is that really the explanation, though? Then it says, then when the sun reappears and starts flooding the area with really bright light, you not only are you staring straight at it, but your eyes in a state where it's wide open. That sounds like a different. That sounds like different. I'm confused. I don't know exactly why. I'm seeing a lot of explanations that say that your pupils dilate during an eclipse. Oh, NASA has something. NASA article. I can't find it. Anyways, I'll have to research it. I can't find a clear answer right now. Manzanita says your eyes think it's dark and they don't protect themselves from the harmful rays that are still there. Anyways, I tried to find a simple article. I found a couple articles, but you know. All right, look, guys, we're at 2 hours. It's after midnight here. I gotta pack. 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 It's a good question though, so feel free to research it more. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up so I can go pack because I gotta go pack. But be careful with the eclipse. I very much appreciate you joining me tonight for this live stream, and I'm gonna turn this off now. Let me turn off this. No, I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on here for a moment. No, I'm gonna turn it off because it's annoying me, and I'm gonna go pack. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be traveling back to Orlando tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't miss big news while I'm on the flight. But what can you do? So, hey, thank you, Sonic. Sonic summary. Sonic says, thank you, Steve, Mods, Chatters, Packing After Stream, Bertucci, Smoothie Bowls, 24-hour grocery, circus boxing with chat, play-by-play, no news while in Boston, eclipse. Excellent summary, Sonic. And thank you, Sonic, for your support. I really appreciate that. Thanks to our moderators. Very much. Sarah, Joey, and Lizzie, and Linda Belk, and Rusty G. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks to you guys for watching. Thanks to everybody who updated us on the fight, how it was going. We really appreciate that. And thanks to the viewers and the lurkers. And thanks for wishing me a safe trip. Christopher Lund, thank you. Aries Pure, Tony Del Monte. I don't really eat on the planes, Tony. They like sell some packaged stuff, but I don't really eat it. Cherry Cola. Zipper for the other half of the sky. I don't think there's business class on the plane I'm flying. Marzelle, Sean B. Art, Amy Williams, J. Marie, Robin Banks. Gigi. Britt was watching. Britt Haldis Oleison, am I reading that right? C. Michelle Sparks, Edward Kim, Kisei, letter artist, Denise Horton, Judy Socket, Charlana Martin, Alex Duncan, Carlos Rosa Realtor, Amal Joshi, Maya Orozco, thank you. Also, oh, thanks so much, Judy Socket. Thank you, Judy Socket. That's very kind of you. Judy Socket from Canada. I really appreciate your support, Judy Socket. Thank you. Judy Socket says, travel safe, Luke. Does that mean she is Luke or I'm Luke? I think we had a fake Kimberly. But either way, Michelle, thank you. Drew Pratt, all the best. Budget Girl. Sonic says, be patient if there are the unfortunate delays in the flight. I'm kind of expecting it. I'll be happily surprised if there aren't. Aries Pjork, Kisei Lynn Downey, Kimberly Barr, Judy Socket, Kariba Guyan. Thank you, Kariba, for watching. Budget Girl. Amal Joshi, I try to eat a lot before the flight. Hanyo Sumargo, thanks for watching. Sing Neon. Yeah, I gotta get the shirts. I gotta pack everything. I'm gonna go pack right now. Weewick. Literally right after this, I'm running up there to go pack. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. Oh, and thank you to everybody who donated. That's really nice of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. The Last Son, Joanne Gabrielle, thank you. I think The Last Son might have been joking. I think. Cherry Cola, thank you for watching. Thank you for all for joining me for watching the fight through people's reports. Yeah, I think I am. I just charged my power bank. My power bank is all charged. Should be charged. It's all charged. All right. Gotta wrap this up. Gotta go pack. Okay, guys. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for these late night streams in Boston. Sorry there wasn't news to cover on Agenda Free TV. I'm sure there will be soon. And I will be back in Orlando tomorrow night. All right? Des Moines Airport. Unfortunately, I won't be there tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be. See, Michelle Sparks, I don't need that anymore. I have one for here and one for Orlando. And Denise Horton and John P. Thank you for watching. All right, guys, I'm waving bye. I'm going to go pack right now. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me tonight. More streams soon here on Agenda Free TV. Join the Discord so you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. Nightbot will post the Discord link. It's also the best way to get notified when we're coming on the air. Mona Lisa, thank you. For the other half of this guy says, we'll miss Boston. I'm sure we will be back. We will be back. All right, that's it, guys. I'm waving bye. I'm wrapping this up. More live stream soon, but I got to pack. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, mods. And we will see you very, very soon.